1. And we are live with episode 13 of By the Hearthside. I have Major right here below me and Curbs right here to the side of me. You know them. Why are you wearing a Christmas shirt in the middle of April?
Yeah, it's what I pulled out today. It feels like Christmas, you know? Everybody got stimulated. No. We're all in a good mood.
No.
It feels like Christmas.
No, we're in Michigan. We are not asking for snow again. We got it 2 days ago. I'm done with it.
Literally, it's cold enough that it could snow right now. I'm freezing.
It is. It's been below freezing, and when it rains, they said it's gonna be snow at night. But that's beside the point. That's neither here nor there. At least Curbs is representing some swag right there.
Yeah, always nice to see Curbs wearing his Cloud9 hoodie. Feels really bad that MSI got canceled.
Yeah, we won the championship.
Yep. That's a rough feeling spring split without MSI, for sure. It feels really bad. Sorry to hear it, though. Exciting. You know what? I need a haircut, guys. Like, how do you guys feel?
So, I have offered it to you with clippers and
I know, I'm about to take you up because I saw our stay-at-home later order got extended to May 15th, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, something like that.
And hair salons and restaurants will be the last things to open. Right. We are only in phase 1, so those kind of things probably won't open until, like, June.
Yeah.
At this rate, yeah.
Bad.
But at least they got rid of our restrictions here in Michigan. They were dumb and tried to restrict us with paint and garden supplies. So now, guess who's going to go out shopping and get me some more stuff to fix my garden up?
And yes, Sunda, you damn well know it is. And it's a pizza box, Sunda. Pizza box, not donut box, sadly.
I don't really enjoy it that much, actually. There's too much barbecue.
No, that's my pizza from Bella Bana's I had for lunch today. They stone ovens. Wasn't a huge fan because the crust was like.
Yeah, that's how they're supposed to be, though. It's like
it wasn't for me though. Yeah, it wasn't really for me. It was literally burnt. It had like black char on it. It wasn't really my kind of thing. But we have an interesting episode today. We have some things to talk about. Obviously, we'll talk about matchups for both leagues. Obviously, this is best of 5. There's a new playoff bracket in the Glad League, obviously. Among other things, we'll talk about a little bit of LCS roster changes. I don't know, whatever else Corky feels like talking about today, I guess.
Or Curbs, if he is.
Well, this is just Corky's world. Me and Curbs are just here to hang out.
Yeah, we're just living in it.
Oh,
yeah, we're just living in Corky's world.
Yeah, okay. If it was my world, it'd be rainbows and kittens and sunshine. And a lot more death and gore, because I like watching characters die.
So, alright, so what do we got first, Corky?
Discuss the new playoff bracket. Right now?
So everybody knows there's obviously a new playoff bracket. How it works is UC played NFG tonight to decide who was going to move on. Obviously, both of those teams were eliminated already once, but with the dropout of a team, we agreed that we don't think that best of 5 should be one like that. So UC played NFG today. NFG did win 2-0. So they will play Baka Preschool in the best of 5 on Monday. And NGC and Syndicate will battle it out in the other best. Obviously, those games will be streamed on the Titan Esports page. Exciting. Interesting bracket. Excited to see it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Excited to see NFG with a second chance. They looked really bad in quarters. Syndicate absolutely smacks them around. I'm excited to see how they do with a second chance.
Yeah, I mean, they got the 2-0 tonight, so, let's see if, they get that fire lit up under them, and see if they can complete the redemption arc.
Yeah. They did sub Pop-Tart in tonight, which was a no-ban loss because of the fact they did it at the last possible second because this game was scheduled in the last possible second within 24 hours. If they do use Pop-Tart Monday, they would lose bans for it. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I guess we'll find out what will happen there, if that's what they're going to do, if they're worth losing bans, or how they feel. I feel like the bans versus Baka Preschool probably doesn't help anyways. So you might as well just play with the best roster you physically can play with.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see what they do. what's the first? We'll talk about matchups. What's the first Gladiator League matchup? We'll do Baka Preschool versus NFG. Who wins and why?
Baka Preschool.
Do they 3-0?
Yeah.
Everybody knows why.
Okay, but do they 3-0? That's the question. Does NFG?
I
Yeah.
want to say NFG gets one game win. Just because I feel like Baka Preschool might troll a little bit when they have 1 to 2 wins, and they might get either a little cocky or a little bit trollish, and then they're gonna try something new, experiment a little bit, lose a game, and then come back and win. So I think it's gonna end up being 3-1.
Yeah, I could definitely see Baka Preschool if they go up 2-0, trolling game 3.
Yeah.
Limit testing is what we'll call it, right? Limit testing is the new word we're using for it.
Yeah.
I could see that. I also had Baka Preschool winning. I had Baka Preschool winning the whole split, so it would be really stupid for me to think they're going to get beat in the quarters or the semis. Obviously, I just think they win just off of pure individual talent. Baka Preschool is just strong in every lane. They have top 3 players in every single position in the game. They might have top 2 players in every single position. So, I don't know. That's how I would take. I don't really think there's much to say about that, to be honest.
Yeah. And then there's Syndicate versus NGC.
This one's actually interesting because Syndicate is on a roll, right? But NGC is a good team. Like, NGC is I think Syndicate and NGC stack up really well against each other. I think NGC's drafts are good. I think Syndicate's drafts are good. I think they're both strong top side. They both have good mid laners. Their bot lanes are both respectable. And they both play really well together as teams. This actually, in my opinion, is a very good matchup. This is the best semifinal matchup you could have got for these teams because I think it's going to be very close. I am going to take Syndicate 3-2, but I think it goes 5 games.
Yeah, I'm going to take Syndicate as well, and it wouldn't surprise me if it goes 5 games, but I don't think they sweep them by any means. UC definitely gets a game. Like I said, I don't think. I don't know. It could it wouldn't surprise me at all if it goes 5 games. But I'm going to say 3-1 Syndicate. Like I've been saying every single week, just ever since that flip switch, they've just been on a rampage, and every single week they've looked better and better. And as of right now, there's no reason for me to think that's going to stop this week. So, like I said, like you said, they do match up really, really well with each other. It's just like pound for pound, lane for lane. So I think it'll be a good matchup. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if it goes to 5, but my official prediction would be 3-1 Syndicate.
Yeah, excited to see it either way. Me and 420 will be here. I believe we are casting all 5 games. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. So we'll be here. We're excited to be here. Obviously, we are casting the Baka Preschool matchup, not the Syndicate one, because the Syndicate one's starting at 7, and then they're taking a pause in between. So, their timing's a little weird. But if that game's still going on when the Baka Preschool match is over, we will obviously switch over and stream. Either way, it should be a really good time. Who do you got, Corky, and why? And how many games does it go?
So I think that it is. I feel like it is Syndicate. I've said that they figured out whatever it was these last couple times, and that they're actually making a comeback because they had a really bad start. So I do think Syndicate wins. I want to say 3-2, maybe 3-1, because I feel like if they win the first 2 games, there'll be a loss in team morale that will let them win the other one. But I feel like it might be 3-1 again. I don't know.
I could see it. I took 5 games. I think it would be a really contested series. I could see it being over. I'm always hyped for Silver Scrapes, so we're always cool with 5 games, but we'll see.
Right.
I absolutely love the spam in chat right now. All right, so that would set up a Syndicate Baka, which is interesting. We'll talk about that next week on Hearthside if that's what ends up happening. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, and Hearthside doesn't either. But that would be really interesting. I'm excited to see how it goes. So who do we got in Olympian? You guys remember the matchups?
Leaf Elites versus Baka. is the first one.
That's gonna be a good series.
Hmm.
Man, this is a good series, man. Lethal Elites looked good against RKZ, man. They looked really good. Obviously, I think that Baka's a really good team. I think that Baka is definitely better than RKZ in a good chunk of games. This is a really hard series, in my opinion. Like, this might be the hardest one. I think that, man. This game depends so much on Therasian and Cemento, to be honest. Like, do we get the Cemento from the quarterfinals that actually played really well on Open, or do we get the Cemento that runs it down? Like, what do we get? You know what I mean? And I think...
You are butchering his name, by the way. I just want to look that up.
I don't. But Julian. It's Julian, okay? That's what he used to. I like that name. And I think that's a big thing. And I don't blame Julian for it. It's because of the fact that, like, they have internal issues. But it literally, I feel like, comes down to, like, what version of Julian do we get? Because the Julian in quarterfinals played really well. But he's struggled at times this year. So I think that's the biggest question mark. And in a best-of-5 scenario, it's so long that, like, if you have one bad game, and then, let's say, I feel like the team atmosphere starts to drop, like, I feel like you're just going to lose everything. So I am going to take Baka. I think Baka wins in 5 games, so I think this is goes 3-2.
I'm gonna take Baka too. I've been a Baka fanboy all season long. Everybody knows that. Lethal Elites obviously did look good. I know I'm gonna get lots of shit because I never pick Lethal Elites, which
I always take
times. I know.
I just, like I said, in a best of 5, I feel like if you can lose the game, I just feel like the team atmosphere is just gonna fall off the roof. And then I don't see how you win games after that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think Baka ends up winning the series. I'll probably go 3-2. Well,
Like, I feel like it's literally either Lethal Elites 3-0 Baka or Lethal Elites lose in 5 games. There is no in between. Like, I feel like Lethal Elites either have to smash them and win all 3 games to keep their mental up, or Lethal Elites go mental boom.
Right.
And Baka wins the series.
I don't like this. We're 3 of our 4 games in, and we've agreed on all 3. This is historic. It's never happened.
Yeah, and I don't think we're
I don't think we're gonna.
You're gonna take Lethal Elites, Corky?
Yeah, because I know they've been in all of our Hearthsides, and I know they've been always
there.
So I have my big thing is I think Lethal Elites are gonna listen to this, and they're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna prove them wrong, and they're just gonna whoop ass, and I'm gonna be right.
Maybe we're just straight up motivating Lethal Elites right now. Maybe this is like the insider
reverse psychology. Yeah.
And they don't know. Maybe this is like the reverse psychology, and I'm trying to literally just motivate my. We'll see either way. I want my boys to win. I love Therasian from Baka, but that's really the only person I talk to from Baka. Whereas like Lethal Elites are my boy. That is my team. That's my squad. Everybody knows it is.
Seems like you're kind of abandoning your squad there if you're picking the other side. You're
I just really am scared about them losing a game and else.
Okay,
blowing up on Julian.
When was the last time we actually counted how we were winning? Are you actually going to count it at the end?
No.
You're not going to win this. So you know what? I'm going to win this because I'm going to take Lethal Elites.
I'm really worried that Elspeth's going to flame Julian into the ground mid-series and then boom! That's the end of Lethal Elites. I'm not going to lie. That's what I'm about. Like, I'm literally worried. We'll find out, though. And yeah, Curbs, I think we agreed on everything, and I don't think we're disagreeing on the next match.
We're disagreeing on the next match.
I feel like we're not disagreeing on the next one.
All right, so the next one is Syndicate versus DDD.
Hey, Matt, hold on. Before I think, imagine Duke Diddly Doggers takes it to 5 games. Like, imagine it.
It'd be incredible. Do you imagine
the Trash Talk channel?
God. so many mutes. But yeah, I'm going to go Syndicate 3-0. I mean, obviously there was, I don't think I'm just going to be blunt, I don't think DDD deserves to be here. I don't think they would be here right now if they had to play their game last week. And I don't think they stand a chance versus, the Goliath of Syndicate. I think it's a 3-0.
Yeah, I'm going to also take it. I'm also going to take it. I love Kitty Alexa. I love Vaulty. Some of my favorite people in the Discord. You know, I consider myself quite close with both of them. I don't know. I just like Black Spawn, Kitty versus Flan and Dogster just sounds terrible. Latona versus Volsey just sounds terrible. I don't even know who their top laner is.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one.
I just don't know. I don't know. 3-0 Syndicate. What do you got, Corky?
I don't really follow Olympian that much, but I'll choose Syndicate. Just because I took Syndicate for the other one.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like in that matchup, like Flan and Dogster, just one of the best spot lanes, if not the best spot lane in in the Olympian League. I think Swan's decent for his. I think Swan's good for his elo, but he's playing in the higher elo bracket, which I think hurts him. I think Kitty is good enough to play up there, and I think Kitty is still top tier. But I love Volsey. He's my boy. But Volsey versus Latona sounds literally
a little outmatched.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, I love Volsey. You're so overmatched in that matchup. Yeah. Not counting, I don't think you're going to win the draft. Foss, I literally don't understand how they would win the game. If they do, though, holy shit, I will eat my words.
That'd be incredible. It'd be incredible. It would just be something else if TDD wins this matchup. Could you imagine?
I can't imagine. Literally can't imagine. This is a blowout in my opinion.
Oh my god.
I can't. Oh, okay. Alright, so now that we have that would set up a Syndicate versus Baka or Leaf. Either way, it's going to be Baka or Leaf Lead. Like I said, I think me and Chris both agree that will be a good series. I'm excited to see it. But we'll see. What was the next topic, Corky, if you remember?
I don't even. TSM double lift, and what does this mean for Kobe?
TSM picks up double lift. Yeah, I know the question now. TSM traded for double lift today. What do you think? What does this mean for Kabi?
Today?
No, it was the other day.
Yeah. Well, he's gone. I mean, he's not.
Where does he go? Does he go back to EU, you think?
I think so. I mean, I know. I don't know a ton about the situation, but I know his girlfriend recently left the States and went back to Europe. So he's over here by himself. And I don't know, with travel bans and shit like that, how it is going to work out logistically. But I'm pretty sure he'll end up going back to EU once, the logistics of that can get figured out. I think it's a mixture of, homesickness and, came over here to play with TSM and then they just kind of dump him. So, yeah, I'd imagine he goes back to Europe. Don't know who he plays. Don't know who picks him up. Don't know who needs him now, but we'll see. We'll figure that out after he goes back.
My next question is, when they got double lift, that opens an import slot. Do they import a jungler?
I don't think that helps TSM. I don't think it matters what jungler. They could pick up Peanut or Effort or whoever, I think it's what coaching staff and management does to their jungler. They've had plenty of good junglers that did not get utilized. I mean, we've had this exact discussion before. Actually, on Hearthside.
We talked about this a lot of time.
Well, we talked about on Hearthside, like episode 6 or 7 or something, where it's clearly not a talent in the jungle spot. It's clearly a Bjergsen and staff.
We will agree. TSM has had the most success when they did have double it. Does this make TSM the second best team in America?
It's a hard question because, I still think Team Liquid. I think if Team Liquid's playing like they did the last 4 splits, or even last split, that we would have had a hell of a series for Cloud9 and Liquid, and it might have been a different season. I'm obviously a Cloud9 fanboy, but it wasn't it would not have been a cakewalk to hold up that trophy. I can be honest, if Team Liquid was playing the exact same way they were the 4 seasons or 4 splits before this split. You know, they won obviously 4 in a row, but last split and then made a direct upgrade to only one position. The rest of the roster remained the same, but obviously they had some very serious issues on that team this split. But you know, on paper, you know, they only directly upgraded a insanely good team. So, you know, regardless of what happened with them, you know, maybe they bounce back. And obviously, not having Doublelift is going to be huge, but that's still a really good team. Team Liquid is, and you don't know who they pick up in the 80 carry role. That obviously could have a big impact. But
I'm assuming it's going to be tactical, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, they might play tactical. They might, you know, whatever the situation is, it's still a really good team. It's still a team that, you know, they're missing their all-star 80 carry, but, you know, still a 4 times championship team, 4 in a row. So I think it's going to be, we'll just have to see, because there's still questions with TSM. Obviously, they underperformed this year. Doublelift is, you know, been in the league for a long time. He's getting on the older side of things as far as esports and like league esports goes, but he's still, you know, I would consider the best 80 carry in the league when he's at his peak. We'll see if he can get back in his form, and hopefully TSM figures out their jungle issues and their coaching and staffing issues, and yeah, that could absolutely be a top 2 team. But so could Team Liquid if they, you know, get their shit together, and Cloud9, as long as they keep up their tempo, could be too. So we potentially have 3 really, really, really good teams, you know, fighting for that 1 and 2 spot. And you know, I would imagine, you know, if I just had to guess right now, my way too early guess, those are our 3 teams we Super Bowls.
Interesting.
So
I think from a TSM standpoint, does picking up Doublelift make you better? Yes, slightly. I think if you can get the best 80 carry in arguably at least the best North American 80 carry in the league, to free up an import slot, and I still think he's better than Kabi, I think you do it. I also think Doublelift's much more aggressive in lane. It gives you a thing. But the biggest reason I think TSM had to make the change is because once it got announced and everybody's pointing fingers at TSM getting them, if you don't get them at that point, like, what does your fan base do? Like, could you imagine Reddit if, like, Doublelift goes to FlyQuest? Like, so I feel like TSM had to make that play. I don't think they really had a choice. Personally, I don't know if getting rid of Dardoch's the answer or maybe replacing Broken Blade's the answer. I'm not sure. I think Broken Blade's pretty good, but I think Broken Blade needs a lot of resources. And with Kabi, that works because Kabi didn't need all the resources. But Doublelift,
like
your
Doublelift
game
plays
plan
better.
revolves around Doublelift. That's just how it is.
Doublelift needs those resources. Like, I'm not saying like Doublelift's bad and like he can't like function when his team doesn't play bot side. I'm not saying that at all, but obviously, if you stick Doublelift on a team that plays bot side, he is absolutely going to run away with most games. That's just how he is. So,
yeah, and that's my personal opinion. Is I don't know if with BB that works, as well as like I know my also problem is I feel like Dardoch after this just doesn't know how to play the game, which maybe that's a coaching issue. Like we said, TSM coaches is obviously dog shit. I don't know what else to do about that. But I don't know. I think it's better. I don't know if it makes them the second best team in North America because obviously I also agree. I think Team Liquid is also really good. But we'll see. I think I do assume they are going to get an. Like I can't even. Yeah, I literally can't imagine them not getting it. At this point, I don't think they should because of the COVID situation. I don't think it makes a lot to move somebody in between right now. That's just my personal opinion, but we'll see. Any thoughts, Kristen? You don't really watch LCS. Not sure if you have any.
I really don't watch LCS. The most I watch of people actually playing League of Legends, other than me casting or me streaming, is when I'm trying to learn a new champion. Other than that, I just don't watch people play games as much, unfortunately.
I think this is huge for TSM just because of the fact that obviously Doublelift shot called a ton when he played for TSM last time. Bajurgens has always been very passive in his shot calling, and I feel like adding Doublelift back makes him much more aggressive, which maybe helps Dardoch. maybe that helps Dardoch. You know what I mean? Like, we all know Dardoch likes to just, like, take crazy fights, crazy things. So maybe that's how it works. We'll see. I'm excited, though. I think we'll see. I'm now a TSM fan, not TSM fan, because I am a Double It fanboy, so it doesn't matter to me. All right, so what's the next topic? Was there anything?
Did you guys talk about replacing Dardoch and with who?
Yeah. Who would you replace Dardoch with if you had a choice? If you could pick anyone.
I think it's
Just rip him off a team, like, or who's available.
Like, who do you think's like a kind of a realistic opportunity? Realistic.
Realistically, I don't think there's anybody from NA.
Sven Skaren, maybe. I could see him just because
I doubt
he's
it.
kind of weird like that.
Doubt it. I don't think EG's like they dumped a lot of money. Since I don't think it's going anywhere. EG's got really deep pockets. I don't know if you know, but like obviously they were in before, but like they've got really big like Counter Strike and C. Like they're a huge esport. I don't think he's going anywhere.
X Smithy would be interesting.
Yeah, I can see.
I know that's not an import, but that would be very interesting, actually.
Jankos.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Who knows though? It'll probably be some crazy. So who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see. Either way, I think that's all the major topics tonight that I can think of, right?
Yep, that is all of our major topics tonight. It was a light night.
Yeah, it's getting lighter. LCS isn't playing right. 2 matchups in TES. Or 4 matchups total.
Yeah.
We could do Q&A. If we don't answer a question, don't be upset, because obviously there's only certain things we can answer on her side. But sure, if you have questions, ask them. Ping who it's for.
Oh my god.
Filbert. I've said it every time for like 4 weeks straight. Filbert. Ooh, I wish Cam was on. I have results for MVP and stuff. And I wanted to announce them tonight, but I'm probably next week because I want to make sure Cancer's on. Which copy pasta was best? Dr. Feelgoods was actually hilarious. Any other questions, guys? Like
Potato.
Hook Curbs and Corky up with some questions.
I don't. Potato. Why? Why are you like this? No.
You were eligible, but you didn't play all season. Like, not even playoffs. It's not even counting playoffs. You didn't play all regular season. So, usually you have to play at least 3/4 of the regular season to be eligible for awards. But how we did it is that anybody could have added names in, so it wasn't really like multi-choice. It was posted in announcements like 3 months ago.
Filbert, what if... Alright, now, let's go over this. What if I'm an undercover, gigantic Ellie fan, and ever since episode 1 of Hearthside, I've pretended to be a Baka fanboy every single episode because I knew my true powers of whoever I predict to win will lose. And really, once you guys win the championship, I'll rip off my C9 jersey and there's an LE jersey.
And it's a Leaf Elite jersey? That would be pretty fucking hype. Okay, Curbs.
With the MS Paint logo, please.
Hey, let's have an agreement here, Curbs. If Leaf Elites win, Kirby's makes a Leaf Elites jersey out of it.
I will get a white team. If Leaf Elites wins a championship, I will, following her side or whatever we do, next time we're on.
I will legitimately do it with you. I will legitimately buy a white t-shirt and make a Leaf.
I will.
I have fabric paint.
Yeah, me
and
Curbs will literally wear a Leaf jersey.
And whoever wins, MVP of the finals, if Ellie's in the finals and they win and we give out MVP for the series, I will make it their jersey.
Who would win in a 1v1 dodgeball game between me and Curbs?
I was really good at. I don't know if you played, but I played it.
We used to have midnight dodge at a here. It was like a tennis court. They would take the nets down and they would have lights above the tennis court. That used to be a lot of fun. But you're a
That was
lot
pretty damn good.
smaller than I am.
I was pretty damn good at dodgeball, and I got a fucking heater. I played baseball. I have a heater. I think
Who
I
would win Doki versus Major 1v1? Well, I take Flash, so I feel like I'm automatically like up a little bit.
So I think we both agree that I would win the dodgeball.
Yeah, I think I would give you credit as well. If we were playing basketball, I think you get dicked on. But if we're playing dodgeball,
Absolutely not. You
can't guard me. I'm too big for you.
You can't beat me in any sport.
You can't dribble.
I can dribble. Fuck, excuse
You
me.
can't beat me.
Oh no, football! I clothesline you, poor curve.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've never played football competitively, but I played. 15
Once
years
Rona
of
is
baseball.
over, would there be any chances of TES meetups at LCS? Yes. There's a plan. We are planning on doing summer
we're planning on doing
finals,
a spring
depending
split.
on where they're at. But we do plan on being there.
We were going to do it spring split, but we all had our tickets and
TES meetups, but obviously COVID.
we had plane tickets and LCS tickets and hotel tickets and everything. It was going down.
But yeah, Corky will give you guys information if we're actually going to be there.
It all depends on Rona.
Yeah, it depends on Rona. Rate TSM's Batman Sejuani alts. Okay, I will give you a rate. If it's point blank, 1 out of 10. 1 being the worst. If you're standing right next to the guy, guaranteed to miss. All right, but if you're throwing it over 3 walls, max range, guaranteed to hit. Literally don't understand Batman Sejuani R's. Cannot fathom it. 300 IQ. Like, literally can't fathom. The hard ones hit every time. The easy ones miss every time. Literally will never understand.
For Sugar Bun, now that Major is playing more, I will actually get those blooper reels. I'm actually going to have, since I'm going to have him record. I'm also having a couple other people do it, so my goal is to start getting that ready for next season.
How good on a scale to 1 to infinite? How strong is Q Flash Sejuani special? Are we talking about epic fails Q Flash Sejuani special? Because that's like an intimidation tactic. It may not always work. But we definitely let's just say it's definitely intimidating when the Sejuani comes in, flash R's, misses the R completely, goes under my tower, and I'm like, I don't understand what he just did, but I'm scared. So I'll say it worked as a scaring tactic. Solid 10. Best player in Baka, worst player in Baka? I don't really like answering these questions.
The best player in Baka history is Liz. It's not even close. No, we don't answer. I hate those
User
questions.
submitted highlight reel for next split. I think this guy's reading our minds because this is actually something that's being discussed at the moment. Corky and Cancer are working on it, on how they want to do it. But this dude literally just read our minds. This guy's literally a fucking... The SBD copy pasta.
That's such a legendary copy pasta. It's been around for so long. I love that pasta.
What support is the best support? Why is it? Any other questions? Corky's been quiet. She would love questions. She handles everything media. She's doing some cool things for next year's stream. I'm excited to see. We've been discussing a lot, me and her have. I'm really excited. She does a lot of work for us. Favorite champion pick in TES? Potatoes Poppy versus Candle King's Irelia. I will literally never forget that. That was obviously last season, but literally, I will never forget Candle being the most tilted person on her history of the planet. He picks Aurelia, and they're like, oh, okay, it's Poppy. And then he sees the Poppy goes mid, and he's like, you have to be fucking shitting me. Best moment in TES history. What do you got, Curbs? Best one?
I don't know. It's a hard question to answer on the spot. I'll have to come. Hold on, let me think. I'll have to come back to that.
So, question, Corky, best champion pick or most memorable moment you've had casting TES so far?
My cat muted me.
Your cat muted you once?
Yeah, that whole time that I guess the cat muted me because she's been hitting my keyboard. She's laying, so I don't know. I'm gonna show you guys how I work now. I have a cat that literally lays between my monitor and my keyboard. And that's all she does.
She says that she's working on TES merch. She's working on it now that we have a logo. She's looking into it.
So I am looking at getting merch together. I'm also looking at the cost of possibly even combining it and putting for each season the team's logos into it. It's something that's on my bracket. It's something that I'm looking into pricing and to do it. So it is something that I'm hopefully building for the future. And then what was your question?
My question was, if you had to name one... Dr. Philgood is killing it, coffee. If you had to pick one... if you had to pick one moment casting in TES, champion pick, outplay, interview, anything, that was your favorite, what'd you pick? That sits out in your mind.
In all of the stuff I've casted and
Yep,
stuff?
everything you've done in TES. Mine was the potato playing a Poppy into Candle Kings of Row. I will literally never forget.
Honestly, my favorite part, and probably because I did Sammy's blooper reel, is actually Sammy hitting the whatchamacallit, I can't think of it off the top of my head, I'm fumbling for words, in the Baron Pit. I can't remember, what is it called though?
Oh, which one was this one? Was this the Doki one?
Was it Zanya's? Yeah, he hit Zanya's.
Oh, was it Sammy when he Zanya's in the Baron Pit?
Yes. That by far was my favorite because it was Latona and Candle that were casting, and all of a sudden it just got really quiet because my camera went there, and they're like, what did I just see? And I just like looked at this and I was like, what am I seeing? And it just became a very funny moment for everybody, and Candle lost his shit, and it was an amazing moment for me.
I have to remember, I don't remember if you have the clip, I'm sure Lisk, Doki, TP, stealing dragon off the TP smite. Do you remember that? I think you were casting with me, Court.
Maybe. I'd have to see. I remember
There's actually a
like
clip. I've seen the clip a couple times. I don't have it saved, but I know I'm like Gavin or Lisk or somebody probably has it saved. But I remember he TPs into Blue Bush. If you don't know who Doki is, we play against him in Risen tomorrow, so you'll get to see him. He takes Flash. He takes Smite TP on his. So he takes TP on Zach, right? TP's the blue buff, jumps in, steals the Dragon Pit. And it's one of the... Yeah, and he stole Drake, see? Flan remembers. And it was the wildest shit I've ever seen. Not gonna lie, shit was wild. Alright, Curbs, come on. You've had more than enough time. What do you got?
I can't think of anything. Most, champion pick. I don't fucking...
You don't remember any hype moments?
No, I remember a hype moment for Curbs.
Okay, alright.
And this will Curbs
Probably
hype moment too.
Probably
I was gonna say Orn when he was doing
but
the
that
Orn
wasn't
horn.
really like a. It wasn't really like a hype champion. I don't know.
It didn't have to be a hype.
Do you remember?
champion,
Do you remember Black Swan split push Black Cleaver Ash build?
No, I don't remember that. What the hell? Black Cleaver split push Ash build.
Good fucking time. I love. The point is, any other questions? While we're having just a good time shooting shit here. I'm pretty sure you had Cleaver Swan. I think I was flaming you about. Tilt mental boom makes you do some hell of a things. Any other questions while we're here? Oh my god, don't remind me of Sarge. You remember Sarge? You remember when Sarge quit TES, Lisk made a whole YouTube video of the crabs Curbs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The crab rave meme, yeah. It's hilarious. I remember that.
Actually, for No Pink, that is something that I'm looking into. It's ideas that I'm trying to get from people. If you have any other ideas, we are looking at doing other tournaments, other in-houses, things that are a little bit more related to the games and not so much content this way. I am looking for actual content too. Maybe stuff for the YouTube, stuff for the website. So if you have any ideas, and I'm serious, guys, if you have any ideas, it's really only just me right now working on a lot of this content stuff. So if you can it's hard for me to complete it and brainstorm it. So if you can give me the ideas, it's not that I'm going to promise that I'm going to do it, but it at least gives me something to start using as my platform, my jumping off board of stuff that I know you guys want to see.
TES graveyard. Lols. Okay, that's pretty. Yeah, Corky. It makes a lot of the media and stuff like that. I know Pop Tart tries to help her. Can. We try to get a lot of stuff done. It's only so much she by herself though. But if you have suggestions, Corky's always willing to hear you out. Like she does a hell of a lot of work here. I got to give her some credit. And we're excited for. I heard about the Baka logo. That's. I know Curbs is trying to put together a Valorant tournament on the weekend in between the season ending.
That post.
So that should be a lot of fun too.
I never made that poll.
Do more in-houses. I've discussed throwing together a Valorant League next split, but we'll see. That's something we have to talk about more.
Huh, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, I was talking to Matt about it. It'll be played on the weekend.
I'm in there.
I know that's why
I'm on a team. Hell yeah.
Welcome.
Go.
But that's something we're looking into more.
Hell yeah.
Anything else from you guys to us before we call it a night?
I know it's kind of an early night. And I will try to see if what I'm looking for when I look for merch, it will probably be international too, just because I know there's people out in Canada, there's people out in Mexico, there's people all over the States. I don't know if we really have anybody in like Europe or anything like that. I mean, technically Wyvern is over in Middle Eastern area, but that's not permanent.
I miss Wyvern.
Yeah.
He's doing good. I just talked to him. I talk to him a couple times a week. He's good. Pretty hectic over there, obviously, being on a military base with the COVID-19 situation, but he's good.
I think I talk to him maybe once every other week or so. We message each other back and forth.
Yeah, for those of you that have been here for a long time, they know who. But I think since we don't really have anything to add, is there anything else to talk about tonight? Anything, Curtis?
That's all I got.
That's all you got. What about you, Corky?
Nope, just like I said, if you have ideas, I mean, I don't care how silly, stupid, retarded you think it sounds, if it might give me an idea, if it might be something that a couple of you want, or even just one of you want, just seriously message me, because I am still working a full-time job, I'm still working a part-time job, I'm still doing a lot of other stuff, so I literally just work on the stuff that's kind of presented to me versus me actually thinking too in-depth about it. So if you guys have ideas, please, I'm serious, message me. I'm making a list of it right now. I'm calling it the media wish list, the developer wish list. So I'm just putting it all in there, and I'm going to work on it as I go through it. So,
interesting idea is something I have contemplated doing maybe in between the season this year, since we have like 3 weeks, setting up a CS Don't Matter versus a winner of Gladiator this year match and streaming it. Maybe it'd be like on a Wednesday or something random. I think that would be a ton of obviously everybody knows I would let you play Flan. If like Baka Preschool wins, I would let you play with Baka. But the point is, if that's what Baka wanted to do. But I think that would be a ton of fun. Would be a ton of fun, and I think that's something a lot of people would want to watch. So, because obviously I would say Random Inc., but obviously Zerobi's not here anymore, so it's a little different. But I think most people know who CS No Matter is, and I think that would be a great fun time. Though I don't know if any of you have played League of Legends with Perfect, since he's been playing Valorant. Let me tell you, that man does not remember how to play. So
He's like, oh crap, I think I just flashed. Damn it, I did not mean to do that. I was listening to him in Discord the entire time you guys were playing. He's like, nope, didn't do that right. Nope,
it was
died.
pretty hilarious. I'm not going to deny that. It was funny. But I think that's basically it. Cork, you got anything else to add?
Nope, that was it.
All right, from myself, B Kirby 112, and Mrs. Porky 89, who, by the way, bought a capture card and still hasn't streamed. So I think that she needs to be flamed in trash talk. That's what's the point. We hope to see you Sunday night for Syndicate versus Duke Daily Doggers. Why did I forget?
I don't know. All right, have a good one, you guys.